know, that's an awful lot of work for a template, right? So I stopped out at Michigan Barnwood and Salvage in Mason, Michigan, and picked up this old barnwood, salvage barnwood. And I may not, I've got some other ones, I may not go this route, or then again I might, but I think I'm going to use it somewhere in the lines of down there like that. I don't think I need that one, or maybe I don't need this one, I don't know. Let's see. But, we can get these all put together here, and, and I'm going to cut this out again. This is a template. I know it was a lot of work, but I can screw a hole in this, hang it on the wall. I'm going to assume from what I'm doing, I'll probably be doing this again. I know you can't see what I'm doing here, so there you go. The idea is I'm going to make a mount for said Bambi skull over there. He was salvaged from a field. Don't know how he came about being in that field, but I got to do some cleaning on him too. So I'm going to draw this out, and then we'll I'll quickly go through it on the bandsaw, but it's easier to mess with in these little pieces and then put it back together, and then we'll work on the skull. Now I'm going to hydro dip the skull in a winter camo, so I got to clean him up. I'm going to have to stain the antlers because they've been out there in the sun and they've been sun bleached. Besides that, I don't have a whole lot to do to him. Get him cleaned up, get him painted white, and then hydro dip him and mount him to this once I get it done. But I think, by the looks of this, I'm going to be able to save that piece for something else. Alright, so I had some other barnwood, so I got a smaller piece here, and then I relocated this one over there. So this is how I'm going to lay it out. And I'm just going to trace the outline with a Sharpie here, kind of like I did that one. It's just a rough go. It doesn't have to be perfect. And there you go. Alright, so I'm just going to do some glue up, a little bit of the original Type Bond in my sriracha bottle here. And, well, maybe I'll clean those up a hair. So, somewhere I got my... I'll get some of the dirt out of there, I guess. Who knows how old that is? 100 years? Or something, you know, who knows? Okay, so last night I glued a piece of 1/4-inch plywood to it, pinned it down with brads. It was a little too flimsy. You can see there's some pretty big gaps in that. So this just stabilized it a bit. So right now I've just got 120 grit sandpaper, and I'm going around and just taking off the little splintery dudes like I got right there, because they don't feel good. so I'm gonna go around and hit this real quick, and I'm not trying to make it, you know, nice and smooth or anything. I'm just trying to take the parts that are catchy off. We want the rustic look, so I'm not trying to smooth any of these cuts out. I want them to look like that. What I don't want is this stuff here. You know, that I don't want that. Not at all. That does not feel good in your finger. Okay, so, yep, there you go. I know you can't really see it that great, but I also went around and tried to take off the pencil marks or whatever from me drawing it out. I still want rustic looking. I'm gonna probably stop this project right now. Well, this is gonna be a whole feat in itself, this guy. So, you know, I gotta get this cleaned up, I gotta get him painted, I gotta get him taped off, these gotta be stained. So that's a whole nother project in itself. So we'll leave this one like this. I'm not sure how I'm gonna mount this to the wall yet. The last one I did, I just drilled a hole through it and run a screw through the center of it, just above the skull up here. You can't really see to hold the whole thing to the wall. But let me get this over there at the sticker board and we'll try to talk about it. No? Alright, so there you have it. It wasn't really that hard to make. I'll put links for where I got this barn wood. Some of it actually came from a barn up the road here that they took down a couple years ago. It's over 100 years old. But the rest of it came from Michigan barn wood and Salvage in Mason, Michigan. And I'll put links in the description below for that. I think they got something. They got a website and they got a Facebook page, I believe, but I'm not positive. So if anybody's in Michigan and want to make a trip there, they cover a whole lot more than just the Salvage barn wood. They have other maker stuff in there too for sale. So I'm not sure what you call that. Where you know, you got this guy's stuff and that guy's stuff. But they do that there also. So the rustic look is what I wanted. We will get to the. Hang on. We'll get to this guy next week. He's got a lot of work to do now. He's not pristine or anything. His nose is busted off. And you know, that's what you get when you find a skull out in the field. So, but we'll get him cleaned up and we'll get him hydro dipped. There's a lot into that hydro dipping. And then we'll get him mounted to that and finish this project up probably next week or so. Yeah, give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down, and we'll see you all next week. I'll put pictures up, like all one or two of them.